A very good morning to you. It is Tuesday the 23rd of September and this is your news today. Coming up, Prime Minister Anthony Albanese prepares to address the UN General Assembly. We are live in New York. Plus, a major update on the future of Jimmy Kimmel after the TV host's controversial suspension. And a huge blow for Fergie. Multiple charities cut ties with the Duchess of York over the Jeffrey Epstein scandal.
We start with breaking news. Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is this morning due to address the United Nations, joining France, the United Kingdom and Canada in recognising Palestinian statehood. The conference on the two-state solution is co-hosted by French President Emmanuel Macron, who said the time is now in his opening address.
Some might say it's too late. Others might say it's too early. But one thing is certain. We can no longer wait.
Let's go live to US correspondent Jonathan Kersley, who is at UN headquarters in New York. Jonah, good morning to you. There are high hopes this could shift the course of the war.
And that's largely why this recognition of Palestinian statehood is happening, not just from France, but Australia, the United Kingdom and Canada, as a form of global pressure, if you like, on the United States and Israel to try and find an end to this conflict. You heard the impassioned plea there from Emmanuel Macron, while Gutierrez, the Secretary-General of the United Nations, saying statehood is a right, not a reward. But it seems that President Trump is angered by allies recognising the Palestinian statehood. We heard from White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt earlier today. We also heard her rattle off a long list of nations that the president is due to meet here in New York City. Australia not on it. So it seems the only window left for Australian Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is an evening reception tomorrow night here in New York, hosted by President Trump. But he'll be jostling with 100 other world leaders. He's due to speak here in this building very shortly. This building behind me, he's already been shaking hands and seen with Mark Carney and Antonio Gutierrez, the Secretary-General of the UN. But he'll have more to say on his Palestinian statehood announcement very shortly, an announcement that has certainly ruffled the president's feathers.
Jono, thank you. Some breaking news now. Jimmy Kimmel Live will return to late-night television tomorrow. In a statement just released, Disney says it spent the last days having thoughtful conversations with Kimmel before reaching a decision. That follows comments the late-night host made about Charlie Kirk and Donald Trump in last week's show, some which Disney felt were insensitive. But he's back on the telly tomorrow.
Short-lived, wasn't it? Well, Gold Coast star Matt Rowell has taken out the AFL's highest honour, blowing the field away to claim the Brownlow Medal. Let's go live now to Today Melbourne reporter Christina Hearn at Crown in Melbourne, where it all went down. Chris, it was a history-making win.
Oh, Sarah, he polled a perfect 12 votes from his first 4 matches, the first player in Brownlow history to do so. Of course, before the count, all eyes had been on Collingwood's Nick Dacos, but once again he had to settle for second place with Geelong's Bailey Smith in third. The night belonging to the Gold Coast star.
Yeah, I can't believe I'm standing up here tonight. There's a lot of good players. I think a lot of boys could be standing up here tonight, so I feel very humbled.
The night was not without controversy. The crowd in disbelief when St Kilda's Nazaya Wanganeen-Miller only polled 2 votes for that match-winning performance against Melbourne. Sarah.
Chris, thank you.
One of the world's largest airports will shut down today, expected to upend the travel plans of thousands of Australians abroad. Let's go live to today's Jack Hahn at Sydney Airport. Jack, good morning to you. A typhoon has triggered the chaos.
Yeah, that's correct. The system already smashing parts of the Philippines, and this morning is on track to hit Hong Kong. The city's airport shutting down sometime this afternoon. Qantas already suspending services there for at least the next 36 hours. Cathay Pacific cancelling a whopping 500 flights already. That'll have a major knock-on effect for Australians that use Cathay Pacific to get to and from Asia, but also Europe. Carl.
Jack, thank you. Optus could have its carrier licence cancelled as the government vows to hold the telco accountable for the deadly 000 outage. The last resort is just one of a number of measures which could be placed on Optus following an investigation. With confirmation, another 7 customers were impacted. Meantime, there are calls for Optus to have its name stripped from Perth's flagship stadium. It's been revealed former drug kingpin Tony Mockbell has had his ankle monitor removed after some of his bail conditions were dropped. The Herald Sun revealing Mockbell's bail terms were changed after a private company hired to track accused criminals shut down its GPS service. It comes as the Victorian government cracks down on private companies offering bail monitoring to wealthy defendants. A Brisbane childcare centre is denying parents access to their children's artwork unless they pay $2,000. The facility also reported a break and enter to police after one mother ignored the ransom, taking her child's precious portfolio home without paying. Lock her up! The request by the centre is believed to be an attempt to raise cash to pay off mounting debts.
What is wrong with the world? Well, to breaking news now, and Sarah Ferguson, the Duchess of York, has been dropped from several charities after a leaked email showed her apologising to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. Let's go live to 9 Europe correspondent Hannah Sinclair. Hannah, what exactly did the email say?
Well, Sarah, the bombshell email was reportedly sent to Jeffrey Epstein in 2011 and shows Sarah Ferguson apologising for linking him to paedophilia, and she describes him as a supreme friend to her. But a spokesperson for the Duchess of York claims she only sent the note because Jeffrey Epstein was threatening to sue her for defamation. At least 6 charities have now cut ties with Sarah Ferguson, including one she has been a patron of for 35 years. The UK charities saying it would now be inappropriate for her to stay involved with the organisation. Sarah?
Hannah, thank you.
Protests in support of Palestinians have erupted into chaos in Milan, where flares have been thrown at police and shop windows smashed in one of many demonstrations across Italy. Tens of thousands of Italians have walked off the job in protest against their government's failure to join others in recognising Palestinian statehood and for continuing weapons sales to Israel. Well, police have taken down a sneaky intruder in Florida, but it's not what you think. An alligator wrangled by 2 officers after it snuck into a woman's backyard. The reptile first taking up residence on the front doorstep, then pushing open the back gate by itself. Some belly rolls later, the deputies got hold of the green machine, eventually managing to tape its jaws shut. And pop star Harry Styles has stunned spectators at the Berlin Marathon as he jogged on by as part of the pack. The singer, disguised with a headband and sunglasses, had registered under the name Stead Sarandos, but fans could not be fooled. The 31-year-old ran the race in just under 3 hours, which is a coveted mark for many marathon runners.
That's fast.
Yeah, it's a great run. Very fast.
Well, you've heard of the big banana, the big ram, prawn. Well, there's a new kid on the block, the big hose.
Oh. Standing at 119 metres, the sculpture of a garden hose was unveiled at the Queensland Gallery of Modern Art. Unlike most art, visitors are being encouraged to climb and play on the art piece, which includes elements from First Nations history.
It's magnificent.
It is, it's cool. I like
Yeah.
it, it's fun.
A little kinky, but...
I'm not sure about that. It's playful and fun. Let's take a look at the weather across the country now. And an expanding high-pressure system to the south of the continent will deliver a clear but cooler Tuesday.
Mostly sunny for Brisbane, Sydney, Canberra, Perth and Darwin. Showers for Melbourne, cloudy for Adelaide and Hobart.